Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and I'm doing another one of the prompts for July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. The hashtag is JJJC2025, hosted by Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland here on YouTube, and you can share your makes also on Instagram, and she's created a private Facebook group. I will link her video below, her introduction video, and all of the information concerning this July Junk Journal Challenge 2025 is in her description box. Today is July the 17th. Happy birthday to my Joe. We are now the same age. We are doing day 13, only the weekdays. This is no rules, no stress, no pressure, just have fun. Yay! Love the no rules. But today's prompt for the 17th of July is map. Found this scrap in my stash, so I glued it on one of the bases I already have ready. Let's just go ahead and cut it out. That looks good. I like that. It looks more like a globe, but it's okay. It's what I had in the scrap, and I'm using up my scraps. But let's see what else we have here. I do have a compass, and I had the word adventure. So let's go ahead and stamp these. Is that big enough? No, let's go with the bigger piece. Let's put that up there for the moment. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use black soot to stamp these. Let's get my fancy stamping platform here. If you don't have a fancy stamping platform, just get yourself a piece of cardboard off a cardboard box and glue some scraps on it, and you have a stamping platform. It's nice and cushy. This is a compass though, and I think that it coordinates well with map. Let's see if I did that right, so I can take my 2-inch hole punch and punch it out. Ooh, looks like I did. Awesome. Let's see how we did. That'll work. That'll be just fine. So what I want to do is go over it with Vintage Photo, vintage it up a bit. There, I like that. And let's take black soot and go around the edges. There, I like how that turned out. So we'll put that aside. Now we need the word adventure. I'm going to also use black soot for this. Could probably just do it on, well, this one is really thick. I like the thickness of that. Let's do the word adventure. I think that goes along with the map. There, that looks good. Let's just cut this off. Trim it in a, there we go. I think that needs to be a little bit more, a little shorter, not a little bit more shorter, but a little shorter. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of this. scrappies there. We'll keep those. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other one. Just vintage it up and then do the edges with the black soot. There, I like that. That looks good. Okay, what else do we have to go on here? Oh, I was thinking that we could dimension this up by gluing 3 of these together. You see my really bad failed one. Let's do that real quick. There, just 3 layers. I think that will work just fine. We'll let that dry a moment before we go around the edges. Okay, that's a little bit, has a little bit of dimension to it. I like that. That will work. What about, do we have something thick enough to give this adventure a little bit? Ah, that'll work. Let's do this too. Let's glue this so we have a little bit of a border. Let that dry for just a second and then we will trim that edge. But I think that if you're using a map, you probably would have pictures. So let's get into the found relatives. 10 volts here. Which size would be better on this? That size or that size? I don't know. Let's see what we think here. If we want adventure up here and a compass down here, I'm not sure. Let's just see what we think first before we. That's a nice size, really. I found this too in my stash of little die cuts. That might be fun. Just put that there somewhere, maybe. Maybe not, maybe. Let's see. Or do we want a smaller one? Oh, here's a label too. Thought that was cute. Like it's maybe a treasure map because that's a little skull and crossbones on there. That's cute. Do we want this? I know I don't want this picture. Let's see which one we prefer. Maybe there's someone that looks like they're traveling. Ooh, they definitely are. Aren't they cute? And I like them. Okay, let's make a decision here. Let's put those out of the way. Okay. Which one? Which one? I really like that one. I think this would be better on a black and white page. I like it, but I think I want that one. I like the colors of this one with this better. So let's vintage them up. And the edges. I think I want to make it look more worn. Just drag the, I have one of those little Tim Holtz distressing thingies. I have no clue where it's at. I am in the process of destashing, donating, downsizing all of my craft stuff. So it's in there somewhere, I'm sure. But we'll make do with just the scissors. I think that roughed it up just perfectly. Okay. Cut this off real quick. Trim it, I mean. That was a bit much. Let's do this side. Might as well do all of them. There, that will work. I like that. That is really cute. I don't think I want this because I just don't think I want it on there. Let's not do that. Okay, what else do we have that would look amazing on here? We have some little scraps of lace. Where's the scrap? I had a scrap. There's a scrap there. Oh, here it is. Here's a scrap, and here's a scrap. It's not quite big enough for that. Might work. No, I really don't like it on there at all. Let's not do that. Let's see what we think with this. Just something else on there. What if we place things a little bit askew? Label and adventure. Okay. That is a compass, so I do need it to be like that, and I want it to be on top of the picture. And we have adventure. Could just pop a little label on there, kind of like that. That's pretty cute. Let's go with this for now. I do want some of that map to be showing, so let's pull things down a little bit. Okay, I like that. Let's go ahead and use some Fabrifix and get that lace down. So we want it to be right here. Over. Won't take much because that's pretty lightweight lace. Just want some down so it will stick. There we go. Just barely tap it down. Just enough so it will adhere. Start grabbing that lace. There. There, I think that's good. How do we want these placed again? Kind of like the adventure down here. We could possibly just put this here. A little bit above. I don't know. indecisive about this one. That's kind of plain, but I kind of like it just like that. Yeah, I think I like it just like that. That's what we're doing. Okay, let's put some Fabric on the back of this. We want this here, this on top of it. There we go. And some on this. We get the compass upright. Give it a nice, firm squish. Okay, I really like that. It's pretty plain, but I really like it. Let's put some Fabric on this. Since it's going to be on that lace just a little bit, I want to make sure it stays. There we go. That's just a little bit. Straighten those up a little bit. Quite a bit different than what I usually do. I usually like a lot more layers, but I really like this. Sometimes less is more, and I think this is that time. I like that. I think it turned out great. Let's get the lid on here. There, I really think that turned out great. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the lace on these edges here. There we go. I think that is perfect. I like it just the way it is. Just need to get hole punched in it for a tag and get the eyelet set. Let's go ahead and do this. And get our eyelet. That's pretty off-centered, but it's no worries. I'm not fussed about things like that. This way, we'll go ahead and set this eyelet. There. And that is complete. I really like it. And this is for Junk Journal July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. It is hosted by Lee at Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. All the information will be below in my description box. You can go check out Lee's introduction video and get all the information as to where you can share your makes. And I'm Bex with Aqua for Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.